Hello, chat. I would like to inform everybody here, just really quickly. I am breaking down on a mental level unseen before. I am currently losing it. Hi, chat. It's been... Well, employment lasted for a full week, which is a better track record than the job before last. Oh, motherfucker, dude. Pats the belly. Do not pat the Mpreg belly. Do not. Did I give you permission to touch the Mpreg belly, priest? Chat, I'm slowly losing my damn marbles. Like I said, this stream is both a coping mechanism and a cry for help.
Hey, non-zero VT, you're a big stupid fucker.
You know what? I agree with Cammy. Today especially, I agree with that. Yeah. So, I was employed for a full week before, as it turns out, my bosses suck at training people. Okay, that's not entirely fair to them. It's not entirely fair, but they certainly didn't help the situation, and they weren't exactly wrong for the reasoning of letting me go. I still just... One of the things I specifically hoped is that if I were to be fired, they wouldn't draw it out. They didn't draw it out, so, you know, small victory there. Anyways, but yeah, not entirely my fault on the job front, I will say. And I know I gotta get started back on applying on things as quickly as possible and trying to find some form of employment. It's just, it's taken me, excuse me, it's taking me a little bit to like get over the all-consuming feeling of worthlessness that has been eating at my soul since Tuesday. Or when did I get let go? Yeah, it was on Thursday, sorry. It's it's I've been mostly just bed rotting a lot. Trying not to lose my marbles. But I'm doing a little bit better today. It's part of the reason why I'm streaming, just to do something I enjoy for the sake of my own sanity. Unfortunately, losing the job meant no WeebCon, so I couldn't have done anything. I wanted to go. Even if it was just for like one day, I wanted to go. Even if it meant sleeping in my car, which, you know, I'm not against doing. Why? Anyway. All right, chat. Chat. I said I would talk about this on stream. Chat. My reverb is still on. Wow, the boy failure allegations are true. They are very true. I don't like boy failure. I prefer male fail. Male fail is funnier. Okay, let me tell you the most terrifying VTuber-related nightmare I have ever had. I'm turning off the music because this is a very serious matter. So, chat, if you don't know, I have had nightmares about various different VTubers. I've had nightmares about HR. I've had nightmares about Alien Mixture. I had one weird dream about Cotton that I'm not going to talk about. And this is probably the most terrifying one that has happened yet. So, you know when you have those dreams when you're just like, you know, you're sitting at your computer and it's like so realistic it feels like you're actually sitting at your computer and doing something on your computer? This was one of those dreams. And during that dream, I was watching an Iron Mouse stream. And somehow the conversation got around to Mpreg, which you already know where this is going. And like, out of nowhere, she starts talking about how she saw this weird fucking Mpreg art on her timeline a couple months back. And my heart sank a little bit, and then it's like, oh, there's no way she's talking about it. And then she mentions it had like a fucking birthing tube, and it's like, I was terrified because it genuinely felt so fucking real. And it's like I think that cursed piece of art is like the only instance of Mpreg art on the internet that that actively has a birthing tube type of instance. Don't go looking for any other instance, but like, yeah, I woke up in a cold sweat, and now I'm fearful because there's a there's a more than 0 chance, there's a non-0% chance, but that there's a good chance that Iron Mouse has seen at least that or a couple of my schizophrenic rantings. She's probably forgotten about me, which is, I hope, the case, because I'm terrified to get perceived by the. It's terrifying to know that the inspiration for and the reason you're a VTuber follows you on Twitter. It's fucking terrifying. Annie Hoozle. I'm just, yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare. Anyways, I've had a lot of weird dreams about VTubers. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. Let's just hope that. Oh, and also I dreamed about like Bao, just like meeting Bao at like a convention, and she just goes, "Oh, you're that Mpreg guy." I'm so glad none of those dreams turned out to be prophetic. I'm so glad. So glad. Anyways. Man, it's a good thing Lamp isn't here. He probably would have thrown cheese at my face by now. Anyway. So as for streaming, seeing as we have an overabundance of time now, I don't know how things are going to change for stream schedule-wise, but we're gonna figure that out in the interim, hopefully, and then decide from there. It's gonna be a rough one, chat. I don't know if I'm gonna make it this month, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm screaming into the ether. It'll be fine. Oh, the cyclothon is happening. Speaking of Iron Mouse, I'm excited for the cyclothon. I'm gonna probably tune in to watch it at some point, but that's actually one of my favorite events every year. You gotta admire somebody who's willing to cycle all the way across Japan to raise money for a charity. I'm seeing a lot of people having fun at WeebCon on my timeline. It's giving me a bit of FOMO, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm definitely not going to cry myself to sleep tonight like I have for the past 3 nights. You ever just cry yourself to sleep at night? It's a lot of fun. I can recommend it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Mm. Oh, chat, we got it. Chat. So let's talk about Hollow Stars. Let's talk about that briefly because that's rough. That's rough. People before asked me, you know, a couple of times, I want to say over the course of 2 years, why I didn't ever consider applying for Hollow Stars. I feel even more justified in my reasoning for that now more than ever. Especially after what just happened over the course of the past week. Not to shit talk Hololive and Cover Corp too badly, but if we really want to talk about their fumbles, everything in Hollow-Star EN is exactly my point. And just Hollow Stars in general. The reason why I didn't ever want to apply for there is because it felt like to me I would be dealing with the creative restrictions and getting minimal support in comparison to people in Hololive. And to my complete and utter lack of surprise, they fumbled that heavily ever since they lost both Magni and Vesper. I knew kind of from right then and there that Hollow Stars the end was cooked. Cause, you know, and there's another factor, the big rainbow company, you know, Niji Sanji. That company has done so much damage to male VTubers. It's not even funny. But here's the thing. This isn't like this whole, well, if the biggest VTubing corpo on the planet can't make male VTubers work, then what are male indies doing, or what are other male VTubers even trying? It's like, motherfucker, this is purely on Hololive. They fumbled fucking hard. Like, I remember, and I'm so sorry, I barely remember his name, but I remember Regis Altair, I believe it was either on his past life or on, it could have been on members only stream, I don't know. He was talking about how management basically ghosted him for 4+ months. And just hearing that story alone tells me that whoever's in charge of Hololive right now, at least in the management side of things, are grossly incompetent. So, truth be told, this is Hololive's fumble. Male VTubers can do fine in this space. They just gotta find their niche. And it's the same for any content creator, to be honest. It sucks, but it's just how it is. But no, the whole Hollow Stars thing, just... It's depressing to me that the biggest VTubing corpo in the world fumbled this hard. They literally were in a state of... Well, to be honest, every single VTuber corp is just fumbling at any given point. FaZe Connect, fucking floundering. I'm sorry, but like... Okay, maybe not floundering, but I'm definitely not supporting them anymore. Just because, like, I'm sick and tired of VTuber corpos throwing their talent underneath oncoming buses of angry mobs. And even if that wasn't their intention, they did so. Therefore, I am not going to. It's it's really one strike and you're out for me when it comes to VTubing corpos after the V shit show. Oh wow, it got worse. Speaking of Hollow Stars, they closed the audition pages for both JP and EN. Wow. Fucking wow. No wonder people are thinking they're just Hololive is trying to axe Hollow Stars. If they axe Hollow Stars, I'm going to tell you so honestly. It's gonna be like that's gonna be a fucking death knell for me. At least when it comes to Hololive. Gura was one of those death knells. This is the second one. It's not gonna be pretty if that part of the branch goes. Honestly, all of Hololive is looking pretty rough right now. It's frustrating seeing a lot of really great, talented people getting screwed over by VTubing corpos. And they really don't have to. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of doom scrolling here. Waiting for more of the caffeine to kick in. I have become EB. I haven't exactly been sleeping the best past couple of nights. That's not entirely true. I've been sleeping okay. It's the second half of the day that starts kicking my ass. Anyway, one of the streams we're going to try and do at some point soon is probably an Explorers of Sky randomizer. I just really want to do that one. Yeah, it is one of my favorites, so we're going to try it. You know, we'll see. By the way, chat, did you know that every single VTuber has some kind of weird pooping story? Every single one of them. There is there's no exceptions to that rule. If you think that there is an exception, you'd be wrong. You'd be so wrong, because like, you know, Fillion shit herself on stream. There was the poop soup incident, an incident with castor oil, I seem to recall, from another VTuber. What else? Oh, and whatever the fuck Kumi does. Speaking of Kumi, all right, I'm going to take a hiatus from memeing on her for a while, because the last fucking time I did, the meme got liked by actual fart fetish accounts, and some devious monstrosity of a motherfucker posted highly detailed scat art of the turd bird. That was the first thing I saw that morning when I posted the meme, which is why I'm going to refrain from making memes about Kumi for the foreseeable future. It was uncomfortably detailed, and we're just gonna leave it at that. I've seen some shit, chat. Some shit I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy. Anyhow. But yeah, every single VTuber has some kind of weird pooping story. Some even have two. And no, I'm not going to tell you guys, not because I'm trying to avoid and skirt past the question. More so, I'm saving that for the next time a VTuber does one of their confessional streams that I can humiliate myself in front of a larger audience. I crave the humiliation. I mean, in order to be a VTuber, you have to have some degree of humiliation fetish. This is known. This is just known. And this isn't new news. This isn't new information. This is simply just facts and logic, and you know, facts and logic don't care about your feelings. Maybe I should get banned from speaking. Maybe, hypothetically, I shouldn't be allowed to speak. Also, this is the first stream in a while where nobody has called me Dratty. I am blessed. My crops are watered and I am not withering. I have been blessed. It is a fantastic thing. I dread the day where somebody starts calling me Dratty in another person's community who have no idea, like, at all what that is, and I fear one day I might have to explain it, and I don't want to explain it. I don't want to explain why my audience calls me Dratty, and I'm pretty dang sure it's going to perpetuate more stereotype. It's going to be perpetuating the stereotype of male VTubers just a little bit more. It terrifies me. It's okay. Could be worse. I really shouldn't say that. That's just inviting things to get worse. Like, I don't know, my carbon monoxide detectors just haven't been working the entire time. Or they just stopped working tonight. Actually, it might be kind of funny now that I think about it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't worry, chat. I should be fine. Keyword should. No, I'm not fine. I'm not fine mentally. I'm not fine physically. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure my knee is busted. You know what really sucks? I miss my old job. And I hated that job. Well, not really. I hated working in the sun. I didn't hate the job itself. But I hated working in the sun. Those brutal months suck. And I don't want to have to work back out in that heat again. I'm not cut out for it. I'll wither. I'll wither on the vine. I'll fade away. I'll fade into nothingness. I'll melt. I'm already kind of fading, not gonna lie. I'm in a glass cage of emotion. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, bro. I'm just kind of yapping circular. I'm tautological words. I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling. That's the word I was fucking looking for. Oh, Jesus. You'd think that I would have you think that I would, as somebody who who's one of his strongest subjects, well, was English, you'd think he'd actually be able to understand things. But no. No, he cannot, because he was unfortunately dribbled like a basketball growing up. Yeah. Not much brain power left up here in the old non-zero noggin. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I could recount my head injuries again, but I think we've done that in the past a couple of times. Couple of times, Jack. Couple of times. There's no thoughts happening up here. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a silly little guy. I'm not a good droppy boy. Don't even think about it. Don't even fucking I will fucking get you. Don't cease and desist right now. The good Druppy Boy memes died a long time ago. And they should stay dead, to be honest. That's not entirely true. They're still around, just a little less prevalent. Sup, bitch? Oh, hi, Chalice. Chat! It's our Oshi! Chat, it's everybody's Oshi! Would you count me as a goth girl telling you it's going to be okay? I will. And I do appreciate it. Although you're probably not going to want to after the shit I just pulled. Thank you, Chalice. Thank you. See, this is why you're my Yoshi. Anyways. Yeah, we're doing fine. You will get one free one today. Yeah. I don't want some scary kitten showing up at my door and just meowing at me threateningly. I'm kidding. I already have to fear getting a pipe bomb, stuffed with Jaffa cake and tea this week. I don't need to add to that I don't need to add to that risk this week by poking Chalice any further. Because if she wanted to, she could probably just kill me. I could, but I'm too tired to argue today. Now, that is a mood. I felt that. Some days you just don't have the energy. I sure as hell don't. I'm a tired old man. I'm old, frail. I'm an old and very frail dratty. I really hope that phrase caused psychic damage, because good. Not as much as the birthing tube. Oh, you missed the discussion about the nightmare, Chalice. I had a nightmare that yeah, but I didn't say who saw it. I didn't say who saw it. And the worst part is there's a chance that there's a small chance that it could come true. So I'll tell the story again. So, when you have those dreams where it's like you're sitting at your computer and it's so realistic, it feels like you're actually sitting at your computer? This was one of those dreams. And I popped into an Ironmouse stream in that dream, right? And somehow the discussion about Mpreg came up, which red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 is in the dream, she said, I saw this like weird fucking birthing tube on my Twitter timeline relating to Mpreg. My heart sank. And the worst part is there is a non-zero chance, funny, that she's probably seen that fucking art somehow. I don't think she has, but there's a non-zero chance of that, and that was the thing that scared me the most, because it's a nightmare that potentially could happen. And I'm hoping and praying that it was not a prophetic dream. And now my cat is yelling at me. What? Anyways, that was the fucking nightmare. This was somehow worse than getting kidnapped and forced to play Love in Deep Space. somehow, which is a feat in of itself. Anyways, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Well, what do you think? Am I cooked? I'm probably cooked. Phew. The silence is scaring me. Well, I'm overthinking things. Don't worry about me. I'm just having a moment. I am tempted to put this plastic bead in my mouth for texture. You know, no, I that is valid. Actually, I can't judge you. No, I understand that. I understand that completely. Sometimes you just need to assess things based on mouthfeel. You know? You know, and you know that is a perfectly valid way to analyze things. That is perfectly valid. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, maybe they have a point if you're like analyzing like at a gun show via mouthfeel, but that's a whole different story. Since you sent you a picture of what the beads are, I'm scared to open this. Chalice, I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna level with you. I'm putting all of those in my mouth and swallowing. Like, you're gonna have to, like, you know, grab. Say 10 out of 10 good mouthfeel. Right? You're gonna have to, like, fucking grab me by my fucking chin and, like, top of my head and just, like, shake them out of me. Just like, what's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? I don't know. Okay, this is gonna be a very, very specific memory. But way back in the day, I don't know if this was a thing in Texas, but like way back in the deep, deep South, at gas stations, you could find these little things called bug juice, right? And they had that like weird little kind of like stopper style lid. Like you pulled it up and like the lid had a cap around it. I used to chew on that cap a lot growing up. Okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. Okay, thank the Lord. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I told you. I told you so. I'm not crazy. But yeah, I used to chew on caps. I don't really chew on things anymore though. Ever since I started taking Adderall, my like chewing habit kind of just disappeared. And honestly, can't say I miss it because it was frustrating just having like the urge to chew on things for a long time. I'm kind of glad I don't deal with that anymore. And like when I told somebody about this, they were kind of weirded out by me being happy it was like not an issue anymore. Which I don't know. Something about like I think they were upset because like you're erasing part of your identity as an autistic person. It's like, huh? That person was weird though. Like really fucking weird. Ugh. I'm gonna start getting into a rant about people again, but I'm trying not to be a misanthrope today. Keyword trying. sorry, autism isn't my go-to expression of myself. To be honest, it's not my go-to, but like, you can just tell. You know what I mean? You can tell that that I'm a little touched by the tism. Just a little bit. Oh, it's not even a little bit, man. It's like I am fully touched by the tism. Like, some people merely adopted the tism. I was molested by it. That really isn't that funny. That one's a little messed up. That was a little messed up. No, but you can tell. You can absolutely just tell that I am very autistic. One of my and I ended up becoming good friends with this person, and they're someone I still remember fondly. But one of my first interactions with a coworker and friend of mine was her texting another one of my friends. It's just like, who is this knockoff acoustic Harry Potter in the back room over here? The worst part is, that was actually a pretty good scathing insult. I couldn't even be mad at that. That was good. One thing you'll find out about me is, like, if you can insult me and it's actually kind of clever, I'm probably going to respect you a lot more. Like, honestly, like, if you can be that creative with your verbal beration of me, then I think I can respect you. I can respect you. I like somebody who actually brings their A game to insult somebody. And yes, I know this too explains my taste in women. I can't bully Etu anymore. They've clocked my ass multiple times in public, no less. Like, what am I supposed to do? I other than just like grin and bear it at this point. And also, there's something else. There's something else. I'm not gonna say shit because I'm terrified Lamp is just lurking in the corner waiting for the opportune moment to strike. He's here. I can sense it. Wow, I just got a flashback to my iFunny days. If I had a wider audience, and I'm hoping I one day have that wider audience just so I can do this, but saying those words would have probably activated like a dozen sleeper agents, and it would have been so funny. If you know, you know, and I hate to break it to you, you really don't want to know. It's just a whole thing. But yeah. one of the jokes I had way back in the day when iFunny was a thing. Can an iFunny boy and a 4chan girl fall in love? I remember just commenting shit like that. It made people like so viscerally angry. It made me feel so good doing so. Loved that. One of my greatest pleasures. I'd do it again, and none of you could stop me. I'd do it again, and none of you could stop me. Sorry, that's a vocal stem. I've got a lot of vocal stems these days. I guess it's quite stimulating to hear them. My soundboard is off. All right, I kind of deserved that one. No, I deserved that one. I deserved that one. That one was deserved. That one was, also, I forgot to turn my music back on. I'm stupid. Keejin Church. I love Keejin Church so much. It's fucking eargasms. Could listen to it all day. Anyways, I listen to them a lot. I love the pipe organ. It's actually one of my favorite instruments. To hear, at least. I can't play any instrument chat. I'm sorry. I simply cannot. I am not capable. If I were, well, probably would be making some very, very heavy-handed cover songs about loneliness and stuff like that. Okay, I must go. Good night, Non. TTYL. You have a good night too, Chalice. Sleep tight. Get your beauty rest. Chalice truly is. Oh. Something just fell over on my desk unexpectedly. Chalice is pretty great. We love Chalice in this house. I can be affectionate when I want to. Leave me alone. I'm not always the... Ugh. I may not be the sharpest knife in the box, but I try. I do indeed try. Some days you just gotta do your best to just get by. Ooh. The eepiness is very, very, very strong though tonight. I will admit. My bed is calling to me like a siren in the sea. The difference is I want to be tied to the bed, not tied to the mast. What? I got hair in my mouth. People know my taste in women by now. Shouldn't be that hard to tell what I'm into at this point. Doesn't take rocket science, at least. I still can't believe Atu called me out like that, though, in public. Alright, get a bit more luck. Yeah. Alright, so no stream tomorrow, but tomorrow's gonna be an editing day and dealing with stuff day. Anyhow, so. Editing day and job hunting day as well. It's gonna be a long one. I should be fine. I'll be fine. It'll be fine, chat. It'll be just fine. Part of life is deluding yourself into thinking things are gonna be fine when everything's on fucking fire. I don't know, man. I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Another little screaming into the pillow won't fix. Ugh. No Liz to say 10 out of 10 next time in my mouth, sadly. Actually, I'm sorry. I know it's very rude. Very rude to burp in other people's ears. I only do it because I know you guys secretly like it. It's not just a bit for most of you people. Some of y'all just genuinely like it. And are just insufferably afraid of admitting it. Good luck trying to get somebody to admit it, though. Ordinarily, somebody says projection by now, but, well, Lamp isn't here, so. Sorry, waiting for a lull for a moment for me to say something important and relevant. Unfortunately, I just don't have anything at the moment. Mawson thought. I just don't have anything to add at the moment. Wait until my brain rubs 2 brain cells together and I can say something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, I don't really have that much else to say. We might end here in a minute. This wasn't supposed to be that long of a stream, but starting next week, expect me to stream just a little bit more, not too much. You know, I gotta find a job. But with that, thanks guys for coming on down. Sorry I didn't really have much to say at the end, but I'm gonna depart. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye!